including nationals. Now, I request everyone to join me in giving a big round of applause as we warmly welcome Good morning, everyone. I'm Advocate Janhavi Bhosale, and this lecture is quite special. Basically, this is the most important and special lecture, not important, but it is a quite special lecture because we both are real sisters, and we both are alumni of this college, and this is the first time we are sharing same podium. Okay, so this is quite special. Am I audible? Am I audible? So this is quite special that we have entered this college as a student. In the first year, we were having a course named as BSL LLB. That time, this was the course which turned into a BBA LLB and BA LLB. But at that time, we entered this college as a first year students. And then after I have passed my LLB in 2012 and she have completed in 2010. So after that, we are coming here as a guest, and this is the best feeling we have. So basically, I'm Advocate Janhavi Bhosale. I'm working as a by profession, by profession, I'm advocate. By degree, I'm advocate. But by passion, I'm educator. I'm resource person. I'm working with Maharashtra Jail, Maharashtra Police, and Mantralaya also. I'm trainer for class 1 officers. But here, the university have designed a boot program for the startups. And in our field, there is not much scope for something new because what we are all are going to do in the court or in the legal background or legal field, right? Everyone is having a aim for the legal practice or joining a firm or joining corporate sector, right? I'm Advocate Janhavi Bhosale. 14 years I worked as a resource person. From this हे जे कॉल ह्या ज्ञानेश्वर हॉलचा जो बाहेरचा पोर्च आहे, फ्रॉम देअर आय हॅव स्टार्टेड टीचिंग लॉ टू माय क्लासमेट्स. दॅट टाइम वी वर हॅव्हिंग 17 फ्रेंड्सचा ग्रुप होता आमचा, but however only 3 to 4 of us got all clear and all of them got one or two, or many of them are all semester down. So I used to teach them ki हे असं असतं. I have got my own notes and I used to teach my friends. From that point, I have started teaching law, and then after getting passed out, I started my own classes where I taught like 2,500 students, and now they are well qualified, well settled advocates. Some are judges, some are corporate lawyers. Even I can see you as future lawyers, judges, leaders, corporate practice you are having. So basically, I was having my law classes, law academy for 14 years. There I used to teach 48 subjects of law. My days were too much busy. My classes were full. My institute was running, and I was imagining this will be my forever. This my identity was stable. That time people used to know me as a Janhavi ma'am. Janhavi ma'am's a class hai Bhosale law classes, and my identity was quite stable. But life has different plans. Suddenly, the world stopped. Pandemic hit the world, and the COVID, all the colleges shut down. The universities cancelled exam. If exams are cancelled, then why students will join classes? It was your golden days that your colleges got shut down, your exams were cancelled, and you were too much happy. But in the corner of this world, my dream was shattered. The institute which I established, I worked day and night for 14 years, got collapsed. In just few days, few weeks, few months, it got collapsed. And my identity got vanished. And the downfall can never be so glamorous. You are always in that darkest phase, you are always alone, you are lonely, there is lot of fear. Every day you will ask yourself why this is happening, till what time this COVID will continue, when the colleges will start, when the university will declare the exams. But nothing happened for like 2.5 years. If you remember, 2 years you were not having your exams, because the last thing open was your exams, the colleges, because the government don't want to risk the young generation. And that is why the colleges were not working. If they are working, then they were giving online exams. कॉलेज एक्झाम टायमिंग चेंज झालं होतं, 4.5 तासाचा पेपर होता, त्याच्यात पासिंग लिमिट खाली आलेलं होतं. अँड एव्हरीथिंग द न्यू एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीज वेर लॉन्च्ड अँड युअर exam patterns got changed, everything got changed, and the classes, the institute which I have established was collapsed. In just few days it was collapsed. I remember before COVID, I was having an assistant who used to have my phone. She used to just attend my phone, that nothing other work she had, just to attend my call. And I have seen those days where my phone never ringed once. मला एकही कॉल यायचा नाही दिवसेंदिवस. Every day I used to struggle that why I'm getting up from the bed. What should I do today? There is nothing to do because no student was there. I used to sit in the classroom and just मी तासन तास त्या क्लासरूम मध्ये बसायचे. तिथे नो स्टुडंट वॉज देअर. सगळे बेंचेस मोकळे, ते पोडियम, ते बेंच सगळं अंगावर यायला लागलं होतं काही दिवसांनी. सो one fine day I decided how many days, how many months, how many years I will cry. One day I have to stop. One day I have to start and restart the life because I was having a son to support. Then I evaluated what things I have, what things I do understand. Then I realized I do understand this law. I understood law. I used to teach 48 subjects, that means I'm good at law. Secondly, I understand students. I know what are you thinking right now, what is going on in your mind. I can tell you what are you thinking right now also. I know what students are. I have worked thoroughly in the student community. किती तुमच्याकडे टाइमपाससाठी वेळ असतो. तुम्ही इथे कसे गेस्ट लेक्चरला फक्त अटेंडन्स भरायला आलेले असता. तुम्हाला काही घेणं नसतं कोण काय बोलतंय. आम्हाला फक्त अटेंडन्स करायचं आहे. त्यातले काही काही असतात खरं खरं सगळे गेस्ट लेक्चर्स अटेंड करणारे. अँड थर्ड थिंग आय रिअलाइज आय अंडरस्टूड लॉ प्रोसिजर. Then three things come together in a law firm. Because classes was, I had to start classes from the scratch after COVID. Then I decided to, why not, I should start with a law firm. Then I decided to start law firm, and surprisingly I was getting a good work. I got couple of juniors who were my students, and even they were having some bad phases. Even you have your bad phases. Some of you may suffer your serious wala breakups. Some of you are suffering from your parents separation at this age. Some of you may suffer from your grandparents death or something like this. Everyone has this dark phase in your life, everyone. And that is the reason we should be very kind with others, because we don't know what struggle the other person is going through. So I started my law firm and started getting work. But the real problem was not getting the problem, not getting the work was not the problem. Not getting a good staff was the main problem. I had a contact with like 2,000, 3,000 students. But they know what you guys know right now is the academics, the law which is there in the book. You don't know what happens in court. तुम्हाला कायदा पुस्तकातला माहिती आहे, तुम्हाला तो परफेक्ट आहे. मे बी यू आर स्कोरिंग ग्रेट मार्क्स, Some of you are university toppers, some of you are class toppers, and you are doing very great in your academics. But do you think this academic, what are you learning right now, is going to useful in your court, in your practice? Basically, I will ask you first thing, for what reason you are doing LLB? Why are you opted this course? Why have you opted this course? Is a question. Don't say it like, why have you opted this course? Yes, madam. It's a simple question. कोणत्या वर्षाची मुलं आहेत ही? फर्स्ट इयर. It's okay. You have opted this course to earn money, because everyone will have some or other litigation, everyone will have fights in the family or in the property or in the business, right? So you will earn money. So do you think your degree will pay you enough? Of course, your degree will open the doors, but your practical knowledge will keep you inside that door. Otherwise, you will be thrown out of the stream. Your academic is the most important. I will never say that don't attend college, don't do this thing. Coming to the college, learning law consistently, this is very important. But what is more important? To gain the practical knowledge as well. When I, after 14 years of teaching, went to the courtroom, it was shock to me that this is nothing what I was teaching. That was a myth, that I know everything in the law. Suddenly, my confidence turned into the myth. And then I started working on my practical aspect. I read the CPC, CRPC evidence in a practical way. There I understood what is teaching in your syllabus, what is teaching in your classroom. Your classroom, your academics need marks. But the court demands something different, and that is your drafting skills, your practical knowledge, what steps you need to take in your case. This is what the court will demand. And then, when I was having a problem of staffing, I was searching in the students, but I met many students because there was in my contact list. I just posted on a WhatsApp, what is that, status, I need a junior, and I got like thousand of people applying, students applying. But I could not take a single person. Why? Because they were not having practical knowledge. Then when I inquired in my pass out students or my friends, even they were having the same problem, that people, the advocates are not getting good staff. So I decided to start something for these two communities. See, तुमच्याकडे LLB ची डिग्री आहे, बरोबर, आणि तुम्हाला कोर्ट करायचंय, बट यू डोंट नो appropriate lawyer, proper lawyer, and there are vast community of lawyers who need junior, and there is a gap. When there is a gap, there is a scope for a startup. To cover that gap, there is a breach known as startup, and I started that startup named as practice.com, where students, means law interns, juniors, budding advocates can enroll themselves evenly. The law officers, the advocates, the law offices, the law firms can also enroll. And I got this enrollment from across the India, of students as well as law firms. But there was one more problem hit again. And that problem, students were expecting a huge salary. What are you expecting right now? तुम्हाला काय वाटतं की 5 वर्षांचा कोर्स झाला, आफ्टर completing this 5 years course, how much salary you should get monthly? पैसे पाहिजे असतील तर बोललं तर पाहिजे. 2 lakh per month. ठीक आहे. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There are many companies who are giving 50 lakhs package to the freshers also. It is far more than 2 lakhs per month. But for why the advocates and the intern should pay you? Do you know what exactly our offices does? What work we do in our offices? Do you know how many streams are there in the law field? No. There are three fields mainly. First is litigation. Okay. And that means you have to attend the court, the district court, the trial courts, and the high courts every day. Why I have not mentioned Supreme Court? Because to practice in Supreme Court, you have to clear their Supreme Court exam, ROI exam, you have to get clear. So this litigation, you have to visit the court every day. Secondly, the second mainstream is land, where you will get people who want to purchase a huge properties, or the builders you will get, that is land. And thirdly, the third mainstream is a corporate, where you will sit in a cubicle of any multinational company, and you have to vet the contracts, vetting of drafts you have to do. You need to work for the company, for their employees. These are three mainstreams. With this, there are many paralegal streams are going, but mainly these three fields. Then what exactly happened in each of this? To address this question generally, client approaches our office with a problem, and the main thing what we do is to solve their problem. We solve their problem. They come with some problems that my wife is not living with me, or my land I had purchased but the seller have sold it to one more person, or the company have some employees who have cheated the company, or sold the data of the company. N number of problems the client will come to you, and you have to resolve their problem. So if you have a certain figure in your mind that this much amount I should get monthly, do you think that you can address their problem? Do you think you can solve their problem in a legal way, not by mediation, not by conciliation, in a legal way? Do you think you have that much knowledge? And I will tell you one clear thing, straightforward. If you ask your seniors who are getting completed their who will complete their course in next few months, even they cannot answer this. So तुम्हाला जर असं वाटत असेल की we are in the just first year and we will know this till our final year, in the classroom you will never know this, because classroom needs acts, sections, your long answers, your short notes, your moot court presentation. But this nothing works in the law firms or law offices and with the court. So if you want to earn money, what you have to do is to get the practical knowledge. When we started the practice.com and students got enrolled, the firms got enrolled, but the student used to demand huge amount of money, because of course you will expect, because your parents are spending lakhs of rupees on you. Your college fees differently, you have the submissions and this, for that many of you are not localite, you are staying over here, so your hostel fees, your PG fees, your food, your transport is taken care by your parents, lakhs of rupees they are investing. Of course you have the right to demand a good amount, but what advocates are expecting you to do for giving you stipends or salaries? तुमची डिमांड योग्य आहे, पण advocate needs, they also want to pay you, but for what? Separate set of skills. They require separate set of skills from you. They will need, you need to draft up petitions, at least small applications तुम्हाला लिहिता आले पाहिजेत, तुम्हाला बेसिक कोर्ट प्रोसिजर कळाली पाहिजे. You have that much confidence to mention before the court in an open court. जेव्हा कोर्टामध्ये 50 लोक मागे उभे आहेत आणि तुम्हाला तुमची बाजू मांडायची आहे, तेवढा कॉन्फिडन्स तुमच्यामध्ये पाहिजे. Then after you must know what documents are required, what document list you should give to the client, how to address the client's call. तुम्ही जसं तुमच्या मित्रमैत्रिणींशी फोनवर बोलता तसं तुम्ही क्लायंटशी फोनवर नाही बोलू शकत. तो क्लायंट कधीच कन्वर्ट होणार नाही आणि तुमचा सिनियर हाकलून देईल तुम्हाला. Are you getting the point? Why you need, why the practical knowledge is required? When your client enters in your office, from that moment your practical skills are required. Then after the client meeting, how you sit in front of client, that also matters, your body language. Then after, what legal opinion you give, that matters. How you represent, how you file their case, how you write the draft, how, what documents you are demanding, when you are demanding documents, that also important. And finally, when you come actual in addressing the problem, that means you are arguing for the client in the court. This all basic requirements to get money in this field. So when we understood that students want to work, they are very good in their academics, but no one have taught you the practical aspect. Because your problem is what? If I tell you की नाही ना तुम्ही आता internship करा, तुम्ही या ऑफिस मध्ये जॉईन व्हा, will you be able to give that 10 hours to the law office? No, because you have a college to attend, because you have to complete the compulsory attendance percentile. Am I right? So when we got this problem कि बॉस इसमें करना कुछ तो पड़ेगा, कि ये बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग देनी पड़ेगी, then only they will get a good job, good, they can demand amount. When you will go to the, when you are attending interview and you are saying that we want 30,000, we want 40,000, forget about 2 lakhs, initially 30,000, 40,000, then of course the interviewer will ask you for what we should pay you, what set of skills you have. Then what are you gonna answer? Because I have scored 70% in my college. No, because I can write answer sheet in 2 hours and 3 hours. No, because I have 100% attendance. No, no, we are not going to pay you for this, because we don't need your papers and we don't need your mark sheets. So what we will look for, so what is required? Skills, your drafting skills. So for this we have again launched a practical training course in which we get a form from the students filled, in which they have to decide their interest. If my professional laws allow me, असं नाही चालत practical life मध्ये, you cannot work with your vibe. Okay, so what happens, when you come to the if you don't want to go to the court, but you want to be a part of litigation, then also we have a course. We teach you only legal research, because every law offices has a research team, which is very much needed, because Supreme Court is passing number of judgments every day. We have lakhs of judgments, landmark judgments also. And for your case, you need to find out particular judgment which is in favor of your client. And for that, we have a separate research team. So you can be a part of that. But for that, you need to learn how to use legal engines, legal research engines. There are multiple websites. And let me clear one thing, your chat GPT will not help you in this. टाकून बघा आता चॅट जीपीटीला, आईच्या काय जजमेंट देतं ते. Your chat GPT is not gonna help you in legal research. Okay, so for litigation, we are coming up, we have launched drafting and practical training course. Secondly, for legal research, we have launched legal research course. For corporate, we are having a course in which we teach contract drafting and other litigations and arbitrations and ADR systems. Okay, there are different courses we have. If you want to start your legal office, your law firm, then also we have a basic course in which we evaluate the place where you are deciding to have your law office, because that is also very much important. One of my junior have left the office saying that, madam, I have started my own practice and I will have my office. So we were happy. Good. If you also getting developed, then we are also happy. Then I asked him, where have you taken the office and what is the rent and thing? So he said, ma'am, rent is 2,500 per month. It is in a particular area in the Pune, where there I'm starting up my own office. So it's like a good, it is a very good thing that you are starting your office. But the area where commercial property is having 2,500 monthly rate, what is the psychology of that area? Will the client will pay you? Will the client will pay you 10,000 for a meeting? No. In that area, if commercial property has 2,500 uh, rent, then the psychology of that area is in the lower strata. So what your knowledge is, what caliber you have, what set of skills you have, that will come later. First, where you are starting. So many things are there. Practically, you need to work, you need to address. Okay, I will tell you again, you need to upskill your skills. Why? Thank you so much. क्लिअर आहे? मी हालू शकत नाही इथून. Am I audible? कॅमेरा सेट आहे ना. ओके, पहिलंच लेक्चर आहे, एवढे सारे माइक्स वापरलेत मी. Great, but good, you have multiple resources and lots of options. That must be appreciated. Okay, so later on, where I was, let me clear you, you need to upgrade your skills. If you want to earn money, your mark sheets are not going to pay you. To be very frank in front of your teachers, that doesn't mean you should not study. You should, because what your law degree teaches you, law in depth, तुम्ही तुमच्या कोर्समध्ये लॉ इन डेप्थ शिकता. त्यापेक्षा पण इम्पॉर्टंटली व्हॉट यू लर्न कन्सिस्टन्सी. What other things you learn? You get good friends, you get good company, which keeps you motivating every time. If they are not, then they are not your friends. Leave them. Your friends should motivate you. Choose your friends wisely. These 5 years are the most important period of your life. Invest your energy in yourself. After this 5 years, every day will be counted as what you have earned. It's okay if you are not earning today. After getting a degree, your comparison. Tell me one thing. How many of your 11th, 12th friends have opted LLB? तुमच्या 10वी मधल्या मित्रमैत्रिणींनी, 11वी 12वीतल्या मित्रमैत्रिणींनी, किती मित्रमैत्रिणींनी तुमचं लॉ घेतलं? किती? एकच. तू नाही विचारते भाऊ. 2. What others are doing? Either they are doing engineering, B, BCom or engineering. Don't underestimate BCom people also. I'm not BCom. I'm not BCom. I have done my 5-year law. But still, do not underestimate anything. But the thing is, you were compared or evaluated in this society with the person who is doing engineering, and the course of engineering is 4 years and your course is 5 years. When you are in your 4th year, they will start earning, and they will get 3 lakhs ka package, 5 lakh ka package, 7 lakh package, and that day also you will demand 100 rupees for petrol to your parents. That is the harsh reality of this course. चला मुली तर लग्न करतील इंजिनियर मुलाशी, तुमचं काय? What you will do? What? Assuming if you marry an engineer woman who is earning more than you, then that won't be accepted by your own family, because we are living in India where the society's psychology is purely patriarchal family, a patriarchal society. You cannot marry and you cannot rely on her. That will hamper your psychology than the society's psychology. Okay, so you cannot work. So you can work, but you cannot marry to the person who is earning much more than you. You have to earn, you have to work, and that earning, that work, the planning should start today. Don't wait for good conditions or appropriate time. And let me tell you, no time is appropriate to start. No condition will be a good condition. I have started when everything was collapsed. I was touching that bottom stone of life where many people opted to commit suicide. Every day I used to pull myself की नाही, आपल्याला उभं राहायचंय. I have to stand. Whatever, classes नाही, मी दुसरं काहीतरी करेन. If I can start at that lower point, you can also start from today. If today I am standing as a guest, you can also stand here as a guest, but it can be happened only after lot of hard work. Your luck has to work. If your luck did not work, you cannot do anything. There is no shortcut to the hard work. There is no shortcut to the hard work. There is no appropriate time. You have to start. Whether your friends are not coming along with you, whether your friends are not starting with you, it's okay. Then you will ask, what should we do? If we want to start today, then what we should do today? Start upgrading your skills. Start upgrading your skills. We take these courses every month. If you complete this certificated course, we give certificate. Whatever course you opt, we give certificate. Additionally, we connect you to the exact dot in the legal fraternity which is required for your career. Basically, we are connecting these different dots. Okay, so the startup is today's talk is on startup. So we are connecting you with the law firms. If you do this course, you will get your skills up. What you will get after completing this certificate course, you will get practical knowledge, you will get the confidence, you can demand stipend, the advocates will get juniors, the law firms will get trained, skilled advocates. So start it today, because your law degree will open the doors, but your skills will keep you inside the doors. If you want to continue this legal field, then you have to start today. We have, like my sister and me, have no legal background, but we are firmly ruling this fraternity. We are ruling in this legal field just on the basis of hard work. I don't remember from last 3 years I have taken a single day off. I don't remember. Every day I'm going to the office. Every day I'm planning. For getting success, you don't need much and huge money. For getting success, you need two important things. First, a great, good idea, and secondly, consistently working on that idea. A clear vision, what you want to do. Have a vision board. आज घरी गेल्यावर पहिल्यांदा आपला विजन बोर्ड काढा. What you see yourself in next 5 years. What should be your short term goal and what should be your long term goal. Don't write that की मला एक फर्म असावी, माझ्याकडे 50 ज्युनियर असावेत. This will be your long term goal. Short term goal should be या exam पर्यंत. Your exams must be in May, April. So you have this month. And please, law exams doesn't need 12 hours study for 3 months. Don't tell me this nonsense. Don't tell me this nonsense. Yeah, एक रात्र अभ्यास. कळलं? कॉलेज रोज केलं, रोजच्या नोट्स रोज काढल्या, आपल्या टीचर्सची चांगला रॅपो ठेवला, करतात ते पास. असं नाहीये, बट रोज 1 तास अभ्यासाला इनफ आहे. Rest of the time, invest in yourself. Do thoughtful work. Approach towards your goals. Short-term goal and long-term goal. What you are going to do in next 6 months, in next year, in next 2 years, till you complete your LLB. Okay. And then what are you gonna do? So, to conclude this lecture, your classroom knowledge is not enough to earn money in law faculty, in law fraternity. फक्त पुस्तकांमधलं नॉलेज चालणार नाही. You need to have practical knowledge. What exactly court demand is your drafting skills, how you draft petitions. Secondly, you need to have practical knowledge. Thirdly, don't waste this important time of your life, this 5 years. Start doing from today, not even tomorrow, today. Are you getting it? Because your degree and your mark sheets are not going to pay you what you are expecting. Clear? Thank you so much.
Very good insights from it. My question is, what are the struggles that a person faces in a corporate world or a real world, or which we can't even imagine being in a law school?
The question is what struggle you will face in your professional life, the corporate life. The first struggle you will face, the first shock you will receive, that what you have learned in your books, that is not going to be asked in your corporate life. Secondly, you won't understand what the procedures and the environment is going around, because you have never been the part of that procedure or the office. So main thing is the practical aspect. The main challenge you will face is the practical aspect, because your academics will not help you in your professional life. And to get solve that, or to get that hurdle removed, you need to do your internships or your juniorships from day one.
मॅम तुम्ही खूप जास्ती गोष्टी एका वेळेस मॅनेज केल्यात तर मग ते कसं केलं काही टिप्स
असंच धरून बोल ना.
ज्या वेळेस जिथे आहे त्यावेळेस ती गोष्ट 100% करायची.